Alright, so this run shows off some Octo plus Skunk strats. It's a classically good combo. Level 3 Skunk reduces the highest health enemy to 1 HP. And then the Octo, when you have Tiger Octo, it snipes so many different things. You're probably going to kill that 1 HP unit. Plus, you can put so many different things on Octo. You can put like Pepper, 1-Up, Melon, Lemon, so many different good things to hopefully get multiple triggers off. And just ends up being extremely good. As for the actual start, looks like I took a frog. Don't usually take frog too often, but just sometimes have fun, like going for level 2 frog cells just to swap stats. Level 3 frog is also very interesting. It's not good, but you don't get to see it used a lot. It has like some potential uses. It pretty much allows you to swap the stats without having to sell it, but it's also like a terrible unit, so why would you want to keep it on the team? But anyway, early draft, really good. Probably one of the best tier 3s you can get. Just a whole bunch of extra stats, a whole bunch as in like 2-2, but you can also like search for bone attack on it, make it a pretty good unit. Anyway, something random I saw recently, I watched one of the recent Simpsons episodes. I love the Simpsons. I don't know if I've brought this up, but I think like the prime Simpsons era is just amazing if you haven't like actually seen it. It like between, I don't know, just the early seasons in the 90s, it's just so good. Would highly recommend it, but The Simpsons has kind of been on a slow decline. I think most people probably know that. Uh, just trying to throw this round, so giving a bunch of extra attack to the moth for no reason. But yeah, it's been going on for like 34 seasons or something like that. And like it didn't immediately drop off. If you ask me, I've seen a lot of the Simpsons episodes, not a lot of the recent ones, but like all the way up until I don't know season 20 or something. I feel like I've watched like every episode. No idea if that's actually accurate, but I've seen at least most of them. And it's, if you ask me, it's more of like a slow decline where it's still good in the 2000s, I think, like the early 2000s. But then eventually it just ends up being not worth watching after a certain point, like sometime in the 2010s, I would say. And yeah, like okay, I've watched a decent amount. I keep saying decent. I've watched several of the new episodes, and some of them weren't terrible. Like, it's not absolutely awful, but there's also some that are just very boring and feel like they're just like they're not doing anything interesting, and it's just like the same storylines repeated or something. I mean, granted, they've done like 700 episodes, 600 episodes. I don't know. They've done so many episodes. Also, the frog cell to Tamarin, kind of a weird strat. Really banking on finding the level up for Tamarin here. But like, I watched the most recent Halloween special because like the Treehouse of Horror thing comes around every Halloween, and it was not good whatsoever. Like, especially, I felt like they were just parodying some movies, but they're not adding anything to it. They're like, there's no jokes or like anything. Like some of the early seasons have great parodies, like I don't know, or like I mean, it's just the early stuff is obviously so good, which is not like controversial to take whatsoever, but I don't know. It's weird to watch something that like you used to think was super amazing is no longer super amazing. Like, at what point do you just stop watching it? I stopped watching it years ago, but I mean that's kind of happened with like most of the animated shows, pretty much. Like Family Guy, kind of the same thing. And then I don't know, like what else have I watched? I guess Futurama. I enjoyed like all the shows or all the seasons of Futurama, even though people say like the later seasons aren't as good. I still think they're good. Um, what other shows? Oh, South Park, I guess, is one of the few exceptions where I feel like South Park is still pretty good. Anyway, I'll get back to Super Auto Pets now. Looks like using the turkey just for like pivot. Like, you can think of it as a better lobster. It gives +3/+3, so that is very much worth it. Even if you just buy one unit, you're giving it +3/+3 for 2 gold, pretty much. So that ends up being a 2 gold chicken leg, which is really useful. And in this case, it also buffed the deer. So yeah, turkey, just a good pivot unit, especially if you get it early. If you find it on turn 9, you can maybe take it. I mean, there's a lot of things you want to be rolling for, but still, if you have like multiple slots that you know you're going to pivot out of, it can be pretty good. And look at that. Really love to see that. We'll have to spend this roll, but it works out for gold, where I can also buff this guy with the Tamarin and the Turkey buff. So immediately able to get a 28-27 Octo on turn 9. Tiger Octo as well. Early Tiger Octo is just nuts. Wow. What a run. I guess Lemon's probably the best option here, since this should be much bigger than any units they have. And you can see deals 6 damage twice, and just love to see it. Just absolutely wiping out early teams here. And every time you level it up, you get an additional shot. So obviously going to be going for that. And then another skunk, double skunk. This gives, like, what it loses to is obviously one big unit. So this will reduce that one big unit down to very low HP. Really strong team right now. And getting level 2 next turn, there's a pretty big hippo, but gonna clear through that. And again, solos the entire team. Octo, like, they tried to nerf it, but it was a very minimal nerf, if you ask me. And it's the same thing at level 2. It's just slightly worse at level 1, but it still ends up being really good. I could have bought sold Zebra there. It's just really efficient stats. If you like, someone brought it up a while ago, but it's the same thing as a snail. It's 2 gold for 4 stats, but you don't even have to lose. And I would argue even better to just give 2/2 to 2 things instead of 1/1 to 4 things. That's really helpful. The monkey, unfortunately, it got 1 shot there, but actually a draw. So one of the few times I just need a little more stats on this Octo. Need to get to 47 HP so that if a 50 attack unit attacks it, it doesn't die in 1 hit. And then I get more triggers off the Tiger Octo. Already level 2 and 2/3, double monkey. Really love to see that. And then going for level 3 skunk in the meantime. The gorilla, but does not matter. You can see, like, the fact that when something dies, it just attack again means it's just so good. And should be able to get to that HP threshold this time. It does lose to, like, a scorpion or just a pretty big unit with stake, but you don't really see that too frequently. It might be safer to just take a melon here, but don't know if I actually find a melon in this run, so just gonna keep rolling. Double polar bear. You know what would be an interesting run, actually, now that I think about it? What if you went turkey polar bear? You could, like, pivot into something pretty massive instantly. That might be pretty nice, but also, I don't know. It would take, like, those are rounds that are pretty pivotal, so you would have to have a pretty good team before you actually pivot into that. All right, there's level 3. Alpaca isn't really that helpful. I guess if I find another tiger, why not? Like, I don't need any more stats from the monkey. Gonna leave this guy in the front the entire time. So I guess if I find another tiger, it could help get to level 3 a little bit quicker. Or maybe try to get, like, double level 3 skunk. That would be beautiful as well. Run into a summon team, and you can see the full power here. Unfortunately, this turkey was pretty beefy, but still able to clear out the entire team. So can't even stop it with the good turkey buffs as well. All right, now hopefully show me one more tiger. Was thinking about parrot skunk. I could do that as well. That might not be so bad. But I was really just hoping to find one tiger here, please. Instead, I find a chocolate, so alright, just take that. And now, another octo. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, there is a melon. I probably would take that melon. It's just safer. But, I'm not the one playing right now. This is past me. A different version of me, really. What the? Tiger Swordfish actually perfectly counters what I had. I don't even think the melon would have helped there, but the one thing that beats this, I guess, is Tiger Swordfish. You don't usually run into that team, but interesting team. Alright, just going for more octos. Another octo. Why not? And then melon. Still could die through melon. I would much prefer to have a pepper here or a 1-up just to guarantee. But this will have to do for now. Just a whole bunch of octos. And you can see, even against a powerful Stego team, no equipment, just everything, just the barrage is so massive. I get 5 shots every single time. Probably going to get 10 shots in total. That is a lot of damage. That is 60 damage to be exact. Alright, there is the pepper. There's a 1-up if I wanted to take it. And then this will be the final rounds. A bison team. Look at all those snipes. And then the octos. Ooh, make it very close, but able to clutch it out. And there we go. There's 10 wins with just a beautiful octo skunk team. A lot of fun. 216,000 points. I play too much of this game. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.